Welcome back to the tutorial for the hardest mode. And, yeah, it's going to be more, ranged combat, cheap shit, just throwing the axe for a while. The only really interesting fight shown in this video is going to be against the Revenant or the Remnant, I forget what they're called, but the floating enemies. That's the more aggressive, combat in this video and more close-up and personal, but, a lot of this is going to be the same tactic we've been using in the previous videos with this axe throwing, so it's not going to be too interesting to watch. Though I will be forced to fight the boss of this area aggressively. This is going to show right up to the boss, but it's not going to show the boss fight. I only tried that once today, so, by tomorrow I'll probably be working on that. Tomorrow I'll probably have that up tomorrow, most likely. I don't think it's going to give me too much trouble, but it's probably going to be a little challenging. And I think these areas maybe took me around 46 minutes or something like that. But, that includes the exploration and the cutscenes. And I think I fucked around at the blacksmith menus and with my upgrades and things like that, so it includes all that. But, yeah, nothing hard at all. I also kind of got stuck on the part where I had to get the horn. Or I didn't have to get it, but the horn for the increase the rage meter. But I edited it down, so I'll show exactly how to get that. It's easy to do once you know how to do it. So I'll show that. That's the most valuable thing in this video. The rest is pretty standard. And that'll be shown soon. But yeah, same bullshit tactic. But, my attitude is whatever fucking works. When I'm trying to beat a game, I don't really give a shit. I'll exploit anything the first time through. I think it's actually better anyway for a tutorial video to try to find the easiest methods because there's, people of all different skill levels anyway. So it'll be helpful to, to the lower skill level players as well. Though I am definitely not highly skilled at this game, but, I have a pretty decent general gaming skill. So that's mostly what I rely on. I don't really have a lot of knowledge of the depth of this game and the combat system and things like that, but, I've played enough of these types of games to be, decent enough. But again, if I'm not forced to fight these guys up close, then, why would I do it? I don't give a shit, Yeah, they put you in darkness sometimes, which can be a little annoying. But, if you throw your axe in the general direction, you'll probably hit them. There's a little bit of a homing on the axe. When it's close to the guys, it'll kind of home in. I think it has some auto-targeting when it gets up close. Or auto-aim. So, it's pretty reliable. So it kind of magnetizes onto the enemy. And when there's one of them, they're pretty easy. But when there's two or more, it gets tough. Yeah, so for this part, you want to throw the axe right to the side of this first runic right here, so that it's stuck behind that runic. Not like that, but you'll see. You'll stick it in the wall right next to it. And the purpose of that is so that when you recall the axe, it's going to get in a free hit on that thing. You wait till it's charged up again, and then you recall it, you get a free hit, then you hit that, and then you hit this. And yeah, and that's all you have to do. I was trying for a while to try to hit them all by running back and forth, and yeah, I wasn't successful with that, so I wasted some time with that. Then I looked up a video to see how to do it, so I didn't figure that out. I have no problem using videos to check shit. Oh yeah, for this I get more aggressive. Until the very end, at the very end, I do some axe spam again. I was trying to knock the guy off the ledge here, but was not successful with that. I think I also try to use rage to use the stomp and knock him off the ledge, like I did in the early video with this guy's. But I wasn't able to do that. But if you can do that, of course, you can end the fight really quick. Oh, actually, no, I did. I got one of them off. I got one of them off the... No. Right, no, I thought that was a ledge. That's what happened. I thought that was a ledge, but it's really not. It just takes it into a lower area. So, yeah. I did end up having to fight them all. And I fought them pretty directly. You know, I didn't use the usual cheap tactics. I was a little bit more aggressive for whatever reason. It would have been a little tricky to try to throw axes at him since there's two of them floating around, so I felt more comfortable, you know, just fighting them. They're a lot easier than they were because, you know, you do more damage now and you have more moves and shit like that, so it was an easy fight. I didn't die on this section, I don't think. The main thing is using a trace as arrows, like about 3 arrows to stun them, and then you can get some free hits in. And then for this one, I just kind of fuck around and throw the axe until it dies. And then you'll have another wave of enemies, but they're just going to be easy enemies, and all you have to do is keep your distance and go back to throwing the axe again. You know, very easy. The only part that was really hard in the last two videos was that first encounter gave me a lot of trouble in the previous video. That was tough. But I was able to spam my way through most of it eventually. Yeah, so now you'll have some more assholes that show up, but they're like basic enemies. You know, they're slow, and they're basically just draugrs, I believe, so they're slow. I think when you knock this down, they come out. I'm not sure. Yeah. But these are, you know, we haven't fought these in a while, but they're the basic enemies. And after this, I don't think there's going to be much combat after this scene. There's very little left in this video. But yeah, tomorrow I'll work on trying to beat the boss and maybe make some more progress. Try to put a few more hours into the game and see where I get. Then I like to switch it up. I've been playing Mega Man 8 on PlayStation 1, and I beat very easy Super Smash Brothers on Wii, just an easy kill. But I like switching it up. You know, I still want to play something, but I don't always want to be that intense. So after 2 or 3 hours of this, I'll play something a little bit more relaxed. You know. Well, sometimes I may go longer. It just depends on if I see myself playing shitty, and then sometimes I won't put a lot of time, and I'll just back off for the day. I mean, you know, you can still get in practice and get better, but I find I play way better when I come back rested the next day, and I can beat parts that I was struggling on sometimes on my first or second try, just because I'm, you know, refreshed. But anyway, that ends this, and tomorrow I'll try to get up more. Thanks for watching.